What's shaking, guys? My name is Luke Dancy. It is Wednesday. It is our live show day, and today I am not by myself. I'm, of course, joined by you guys, whether you're watching live or a little bit later, and also by a very special guest today. I am joined by Mr. Matthew Wright, and today we are going to be chatting about a lot of different things that he has been releasing recently. We got Project Alpha Mail, some really killer stuff with envelopes, magic with envelopes. We got the Trinity wallet, which is a secret weapon that I'll let him tell you much more about. We got Cool Cats, and if you like any of the other stuff that he's ever released, he'll be here for the next half an hour or so to chat all about that and much, much more. But up first, I do want to throw the trailer for Project Alpha Mail up first. This is the latest of his releases. This one he teamed up with Harry Robson, and it is fun stuff. So we'll be back to talk about that, to answer your questions, and just to hang out with one of the good guys for a little bit, all right? So stay tuned for that. We'll be back, and here is your look at Project Alpha Mail.
Project Alpha Mail. Hiya Matt, it's Harry.
Is it you that's been sending all these envelopes?
Yes, it's for Project Alpha Mail.
What's Project Alpha Mail?
It's a DVD about envelopes.
What's on it?
Sign card to envelope.
That's been done before.
Not like this. 3 sign cards, 3 separate envelopes.
Oh, now that sounds good.
There's an ambitious envelope.
What's that?
It's an ambitious card that keeps returning to an envelope in your pocket.
Right, and what's this one? With all the staples?
It's a trick by Roy Johnson.
Oh, and you put cards in it?
No, it's not just cards. It can be for a ring or for a bill. It can be for anything.
Sounds a bit expensive, eh? Just buying all these gimmicks envelopes.
No, it's next to nothing. We show you how to make everything.
What do you want me to do?
Well, I'd like you to put on your Mullica envelope, your witch hand prediction, and I know it's a big ask, but I need your stage nest of boxes. And each of the envelopes is sealed. I can't do it three times.
That's what made me cry.
You Matthew, you were correct. It was left, right, left.
All right, my friends, and we are back, and I am joined now by a friend, someone that you recognize from the trailer, and I'm sure you've seen him at Magic conventions, and you probably own some of his Magic products because they are really, really good. Talking about Mr. Matthew Wright. What's up, Matthew? How we doing, buddy?
I'm alright, Luke. How are you?
It is good to see you, and you are bringing the character today, which is fun. You are having a you're having a good time over there, and we already have some nice comments popping up. And you guys feel free if you have questions for Matthew about Project Alpha Mail or any of the other stuff he's put out, or we'll be talking about Trinity Wallet or Cool Cats. We have Paul Rob Bryden already says this is brilliant, talking about Project Alpha Mail. We'll get into much more about that, of course, as we go along. But it's good to have you with us, man. Thanks for popping on for a little bit.
Thanks for being here. I feel like I'm famous on telly.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook's live. First time I've ever done this, you know.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we'll be the
Yeah,
first.
I'm like a technophobe. I don't even have a telephone, you know.
Whatever.
True.
So we're going to be talking today about a lot of different things. Up first, we did just show the trailer for Project Alpha Mail. I am curious about some of the early history and more about this thing. This is not just a trick. This is a compilation. It's a project, which is why you named it that way. We'll talk a little bit about that, some of the other stuff, take some questions along the way. And I also want to talk about this new theater that you were telling me about that I did not know about until this. So a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, all of those. What, do you want me to do all that now or just one at a time?
You know what? I'll just do one at a time. How about that? All right. So let's start with Project Alpha Mail. Tell me a little bit about the how the what. What is it, and how can people use it? We'll start with that.
But this was Harry Robson's baby, really, when he first came to me. Harry's a dear old friend of mine, old being the word, really. We've known each other for years and years and years. And he came to me, he's always used a card to enveloping wallet. It's a big thing of his, and as you know, he's produced about 500 wallets at his time. And each one of them used a famous envelope that's available on the market, and they're quite expensive. And you get like a pack of 50 for $30 or whatever it is. They're quite expensive. And Harry designed a way of making his own very, very quickly and very cheaply. So that's what he came with me, the idea. He said he wanted to put this out to the magic world. And I said, well, I've got loads of ideas about envelopes that I use. So let's do a little joint project. And that's how it started. And we went into the history of it. A guy called Sean McCree did a ton of research. There's a big history lesson of envelopes, and there's stuff on there from 100 years ago, and there's stuff on there that I've invented in the last 2-3 years. Oh, wow. It's a bit of everything, really. So it's card to envelope, but then we've taken stuff to stage routines as a borrowed mobile phone that you visibly bash up, and it ends up inside a big envelope on the stage inside a ribbon box. There's mentalism routines, there's switching devices. There's just a ton of stuff on it.
Now, is this the type of stuff that when you get the DVD that you have to, do you get the gimmicks? Do you get these envelopes? Like, what do people get when they purchase this from their favorite magic character?
You get the DVD because, there's so much stuff on there. Mm-hmm. You pick and choose what you want to do. If you want to do the card in envelope, then you go out and get whichever envelopes you like, and cool. We teach you how to make those. There's, if you want to do little pay envelopes, in white envelopes, yellow envelopes, whatever you want to do, we teach you how to make these things in seconds, and you can make them for pennies. Love it.
So I like that you've allowed people the option, of course, to customize these things for themselves, to do this with any envelope that they want, because that is one thing when you buy a magic product, sometimes if it's a gimmick thing, kind of stuck with that. And sometimes you can alter it, customize it, sometimes you can't. But this allows you to do it. Yeah.
Like this thing, for instance, this is my stage show. It's a way of switching. It's a switching device. So I teach you how to make this. This is there that you can customize this for whatever you want. I've got a scratch card in there at the moment.
Nice.
But you can have cards in there, money in there, whatever you want. If anyone wants to do a trick, we can do a trick with that later if you like.
Yes, I'm all about that, man. I am all about that. That would be great. Yeah, and that's one thing I wanted to say right away before we get too much deeper in this combo is while you're a fun guy, while you're a creative guy, and you've released a lot of material, you're also a very, very busy performer. And I think that's something that I'd really want to hammer home is when you see Matthew Wright's name on something, it's stuff that he actually does use, and he a lot of times creates it out of necessity because these are things he wants to use and work in his own shows and the places that he performs. So I think that's important,
Yeah, there's nothing that I've ever released that I don't use. It's either in my show and I then release it, or it's an idea that I have that I want to create something great, and then I spend, like I say, I've got a theatre in Spain. I spend the whole summer working that in and making sure that it's solid. I never release anything that isn't 100% bulletproof, really.
It's a breath of fresh air when you hear things like that these days. But it's no surprise because you are a professional in every regard, both as a performer and a creator. You've come to be known as someone that when you release something, is something people really want to use and get their hands on. And the multiplying card box thing, I remember when I first started seeing that years ago, I was like, man, this guy, where does his mind come up with this kind of stuff? Because it's always different with you. It's always something different and fresh.
The show that I do in Spain has got 3 halves in it. It's a magic show. We can do it once, so we have 3 halves. And it's 3 very distinct halves. One's a comedy half, one's a serious mind-reading half, and one's a sleight of hand and illusion half. So even in my own show, I've got very different and diverse genres of magic in there. And the creations that I put out are just a reflection of that, really.
Love it. Well, the Project Alpha Male project, it came about because of, we were talking a little bit earlier, it kind of came about because of your Trinity wallet and wanting to be able to do this with the same envelope or to use it with any wallet is what I meant to say, with any wallet, right?
Yeah, well, I designed an envelope where I didn't have to keep using a new envelope every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a card to wallet, so it's a no palm card to wallet. So let's just stand up, then the camera can see it properly. We've got the card on the top of the deck. If I just touch the card onto the wallet, then it loads directly inside the wallet, inside the envelope, and paperclip to a business card inside there.
Wow, that's quick, dude.
So it's instant. I love magic for free. I'm all about magic for free. So the same move that you can load it into the wallet is exactly the same move that loads it into the envelope, into the business card, into the paperclip. So it's magic for free. So that was the initial starting point for where the wallet came from. And then I do loads of peak stuff. I love mentalism, so I got a load of my peak features in there. So it's a peak wallet as well. And I've got some great routines combining a peak with the card to wallet. And then I think the thing that I'm most famous for in the magic world really is the horizon gimmick. Mm-hmm. So I designed the wallet specifically to take a new horizon. I've completely redesigned the old gimmick. So now it's all self-contained in the wallet. It's always in your pocket. Whenever you're ready, it's never going to tangle. You just go straight in and it's just ready to go.
Oh my God, that's sick.
It's a great way to hand out a business card. Your money, you can just pay for it at the bar or whatever. It's a great talking point. I've got a friend, an illusionist called Joey. He's got a condom in there. He's a ladies' man. Hey, baby. I don't think
does that look good? Now, and that's self-contained as part of the wallet, right? Like what you just did.
Yeah, that's all right into the wallet. Yeah. So you're never gonna snap the thread. It's always hooked up. You don't need to reset anything. It's self-contained in a special compartment that's designed into the back of the wallet.
That is absolutely beautiful. And actually, one of our friends watching, he just put up a nice comment. Rich Picone says, "Beautiful." You know, he's talking about the bill floating out there into your hand.
He's talking about me, I think. There.
Well, yeah, you're beautiful too, Matthew. I mean, that's a given, yeah. Yes, and your work is always beautiful to watch. You know, you're one of the guys that. You can tell the difference between someone that's just casually interested in magic and someone that actually does this stuff. It really does show in your work. And also just how relaxed you are when you were showing the bill floating out of the wallet there. A lot of people, when they do thread work, they're always very, nervous or worried about breaking thread. You're there just whatever, it's just coming out. It's just a thing.
Well, yeah, the beauty of this system is that it's quite organic. A lot of the hookups that you have, they're to you. They're hooked onto something and attached to something down here. Right. This one, it's actually on your hands. You can feel where the tension is. So there's no danger of snapping it really because it's very what's the word where you can feel it?
Oh, like tactile.
Tactile. It's very tactile. So you know exactly where the tension is and you're in complete control of it. Plus the thread that I give with it is amazing. It's like super super strong thread. So you can snap it, but you really have to try. You're not going to snap it by accident, that's for sure.
Love it. And you guys don't forget, we are here with Matthew Wright. We've got him here for the next half an hour. So if you have any questions about any of the stuff we're talking about, Project Alpha Mail, the Trinity wallet, which you just saw, one of the things you can do with it, the bill floating out. Of course, Cool Cats, the other project he just released recently. I think that was with Toby Davies.
Toby, very cool little guy, yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have questions about any of that stuff, drop it in the comments section now, and we'll try to get to those live with Matthew Wright. What's he doing now? Oh, there he is.
That's the Figaro transfer. Straight out of the Cool Cats DVD.
Love it, dude. Love it. And that's what I was talking about earlier. It's just fun to watch you do stuff. It's not just your character that's fun. But a lot of the material that you do, it's just fun to watch. It's visual. It's so different that it really does speak for itself. And that's kind of what's, come to be known as Matthew Wright type magic is people get excited to see it. You know what I mean? So.
Is that a thing?
It's a thing, man. It's a thing. It is a thing. Yeah. You knew that already. Come on. Don't be coy. You knew that.
The next 3 people that comment have to say a number, because I collect lucky numbers. I collect why they're lucky, that's important, but I collect them, so I think I'm going to win the lottery. So next 3 people to comment have to leave a number for me. If they do.
Okay. I like this little segue here.
Less than 100.
Less than 100. All right. So you guys right now
Yeah.
post a number below 100. Okay, we got one popping up already. Not the number one, but we got one number popping up already. That looks like the number 8. I'll pop it up on the screen so everyone can see we're not making this up. Wow.
What are the first 3 numbers that came up? The first 3.
Okay, let me just get back here. The first one was from EOZ. Her name's EOZ, and the number is 8.
8.
The next one was from Jordan.
What was his name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. The name is EOZ. EOZ?
That's a cool name, isn't it?
That's a cool name.
That's a name you don't see every day.
The next one is
Well,
probably someone that you might
actually
know, maybe. The next one's Jordan O'Grady. Jordan said 3.
Oh, Jordan's a great guy.
Thought you'd know him.
Yeah, brilliant guy. Jordan creates, do you know Jordan's stuff?
Yeah, a little bit of it. Yep.
The diver's lung tester.
Oh God, that's the guy. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
He's got a couple of. He's got a little whistle that just come out. It's brilliant. And the cracker thing up Shot Creek.
I haven't seen that one. I'll see that.
Yeah, I think it's just been released now. It's brilliant.
And the last one, another friend or a friend, another name you might recommend. Maybe he's a friend. Is Chris Rubens says 14.
Don't know him.
Okay. Chris is another guy from. I think he's over in the other side of the.
No, I do know him. I do know him.
Oh, you do? Come on, man! You tricked me there. All right.
I'm messing with Chris. Yeah.
So we got.
What was Chris's number?
Numbers here. Chris's was 14. 14.
14. So what was that? 8, 3, and 14.
Yes, sir.
Don't know if that's going to work.
Lucky numbers. I'm gonna throw back to Matthew so we can see what's going on over there. I want to know what's going on.
Oh yeah, sorry. This thing. You've seen this thing?
No. What is this thing?
It's from the alpha male. It's 2 lottery tickets, and in the middle is a scratch card. You see the 3 silver panels?
Yep.
On the back, it's got like the details and stuff, but the front, that's the important bit.
Oh.
So you just watch this. We'll scratch off this first silver panel here. Just tell me what number it is.
Number 808. Oh,
No way.
Man, I see where this is going.
Let's have a look at this one.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's this one?
Looks like a number 3 to me.
Oh, we're looking for lucky Chris Rubens. Let's have a look where we are.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's that?
14 it is. Matthew,
There we go.
you are good.
There we go.
That is good.
That's a cool little switching device that we've got on the alpha male. That's it's actually called Cash Vault. Mark Southworth invented it years ago. Mark's a good pal of mine, an amazing inventor, and he gave us permission to put that onto the alpha male. So that's one of my favourites.
The EOZ was Zoe spelled backwards. That's who that was. Her name is Zoe. So there we go. All right.
Backwards, I know.
Paul says yes. I say yes. So that is one of the things, just one, I want to say, of the things taught on the Project Alpha Male project. How many things in total, I guess, are shared between the switches and the loads, and the stuff with the envelopes themselves? Like, how many things do you think are on that project?
I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 things. I mean, what it is, I think the weird thing about Project Alpha Male is there's so much stuff on it. There's a bit for everyone. So it's like, oh, well, I don't need all of that. I only want this bit. So I think if we'd have split it up into 10 different tricks, it would have probably been better than having 10 altogether. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a weird thing because we've got things for mentalists. And a close-up guy said, oh, well, I don't want that because it's the mentalist thing. But There's something there for everyone. We'll come back to it. We'll show you some more in a minute if you want to see it.
When we were talking about the Trinity wallet too, we'll kind of tip on that. You mentioned before that, someone's actually asking a good question here before we get away from that. Lee Alex has a question for us. Lee's saying, love it. Do you get the scratch card? So I guess specifically to that trick, where would you learn the specifics to that trick, I guess is what he wants to know.
Those scratch cards are my baby, I'm afraid.
All right. That's fair. Had to ask. I'm sure a lot of people want to know that one. We have a nice
Just
comment.
at least message me if you like. I know Lee. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. He's the quick change guy, right? He does a lot of the
Yeah,
changing stuff.
yeah.
Jordan had a nice comment. He said the DVD is brilliant, worth every single penny. So Project Alpha Male, there's someone that's got it that's probably started to use at least one of the things from it. So very nice to hear that.
Oh, well, that's good to hear because I overcharged him as well. So that's good.
See if there's any other comments along the way. But with the Trinity wallet in particular, yes, you can use it to do you could combine them, right? Like you could use something from Project Alpha Male in with the Trinity wallet. Is that right? It would work together. You could use the wallet to help with right?
This the wallet the envelope that I invented for the Trinity wallet, I teach on Alpha Male as well as a separate standalone envelope.
Cool. Very cool.
So let's say, let's put that there for a second.
Okay.
Lou, if I'm going to draw you a picture.
Oh, okay.
In my mind.
All right. I'm ready.
Right, so it's not a shape, it's not a square, circle, triangle, star, nothing like that. It's a simple drawing, something a kid might draw.
Okay.
All right. What picture do you think I've got in my mind?
I'm thinking of just like a tree. You know, a kid would look out the window and see a tree. Yeah.
It was a tree?
Yeah.
Wow. I'll show you another one. It's a new principle I've been working on. So it's quite good. First of all, you can see all these cards are different, right?
Yes.
Different?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
We'll just go through. I'll just cut a few off at a time. Just go through. Any time you want, you just say stop.
Stop.
Oh, on this one?
On that one right there. Yep.
No way, Queen of Diamonds.
It is Queen of Diamonds, yeah.
That's the card I was thinking of. Queen of Diamonds.
Really? You were thinking of that too? We're connecting.
That's my favourite card. Queen of Diamonds. It's my favourite.
Oh, yeah?
Queen of Diamonds. Yeah. I always have a Queen of Diamonds in this little envelope. Look. Paperclip to my business card. It's the Queen of Diamonds.
We are. We're good. We're good. Yeah.
Do you know why it's my favourite card? You know why? Got a drawing of a tree on it.
Ah, come on.
Oh, we thought we're messing about. We're not messing about tonight, Lee. We're not playing game.
That is good. I remember that. That is something that you released a little while ago. I'll let you fill in the blanks. That is great.
Yeah, it's called Visions, but it works. It works with the envelope that we teach on the Alpha Male. So that's why I thought I'd bring that up. So it allows you to have the envelope in full view the whole time. The spectator can be holding onto it, and you can switch and load directly into it. So that using, your favourite card, your ambitious card, whatever it's going to be, but that was using Visions in particular.
That looked really, really good, dude. I just want to say, like, I've seen the trailer for that, but seeing you actually do it in real time like this, that all went down so quick. That's
such a strong trick. Visions is my absolute go-to. What I've got at the theatre, I do close-up magic outside.
Okay.
When people, Ray Grace, I haven't seen Ray for years. There's a lot of muggles joining us tonight, Luke. I put this up on my Facebook. I've got a lot of my old friends from home. So hello. We don't want to be answering some of the questions they'll be asking anyway. So where was I?
You're talking about you perform outside. You do a lot of stuff like that.
So when people come to the theatre, I perform magic as they come along when they're queuing up to come into the theatre, and I do 3 tricks.
Okay.
One is the Trinity wallet trick. One is Visions, and the other is my ring on string stuff using the RSVP box. So those are my 3 close-up routines. Where if ever I do walk around corporate parties and outside the theatre every single day, those are my three go-to tricks.
And that's all very, very strong stuff. I think any one of those you could probably perform as a closer if you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't really know what that is. I've never understood openers and closers and middles.
Okay.
Every single trick should be knockout.
This is true. I mean, you make a very good point there that why do subpar magic and then do one really strong thing when you could just do all strong things? That's a valid point.
It's the middle.
Yeah.
I can understand you can do something a little bit longer, a little bit more drawn out in the middle, but it shouldn't be any less powerful magic, that's for sure.
That's a good point. I think that is what a lot of people associate with a closer is it's more of a routine in itself. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Someone actually said a moment ago, I threw it up on the screen, it was Patrick Torres says Vision was their best purchase of 2017. So that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, I've had so many people saying that, I released it last year and then at Blackpool this year, loads of people coming back up to me saying how much they love it. I was really happy with the feedback on it.
Yeah, it was one of those things that I don't think people understood how strong it was until they actually had a chance to see it, just like I did just a minute ago when you dropped the hammer with the tree. That was pretty cool.
Yes, and it's 100% hit rate.
And it's not tough to do, and I think that's another important thing is a lot of, some people think, that looks like it could be hard or whatever, but again, Matthew's a worker, and the methods that he usually decides to put into action are methods well within the grasp of most magicians, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, most of them. I mean, some of them I do make a little bit fancy. Like a lot of stuff on the Cool Cats is quite technical stuff.
Yeah, it's a little higher, yeah.
But that's part of it. Most of the stuff on Cool Cats is like straight out of my Physimact. So it has to be more difficult because you're trying to earn points.
Yep, absolutely. You were mentioning the performing, and you perform at the entryway of the place. I know it's not product specific, but you do create a lot of the products that you are releasing by performing. And I'd love to touch base real quickly on the place now in Brazil where you're at that you told me before. I think it was on TripAdvisor. You told me it's the second rated entertainment thing in Brazil. Am I right about that, or the show or something? What was it?
I've never been to Brazil. I'm in Spain.
Spain. Why did I say Brazil?
I don't know. They speak Spain. Portuguese. I don't know.
Spain. Forget everything I just said and put it in. Cross it out and put it in Spain over Brazil. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. I think I could open one in Brazil maybe, but no, the one that I'm in at the minute it's in Spain.
So tell us more about it. It's a theater. It's a theater there.
Yeah, it's a magic theater. Yeah, me and my wife Alana run a magic theater together.
So tell us more about that. Like, it's open to the public, obviously.
We're in Torremolinos in the Costa del Sol, so it's a real tourist area. Mm-hmm. So we sell tickets. It's a 3-hour show. You come along, you get all your drinks included. So lager, sangria, soft drinks, things like that, as much as you want. That's all included in the price, and you get to see a show. There's myself, my wife. We usually have a guest magician. We have Tom Crosby's come over. I don't know if you guys know Tom.
Yeah, he's the guy that does he's doing more and more Rubik's Cube stuff these days, but he does some nice cool
He's
stuff.
He's the British master of Rubik's Cube, he's Tom, for sure.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He's very good. So,
yeah, he's incredible.
And it was rated number 2. I want to make sure we get that plug in. It was rated number 2 on TripAdvisor for best show in the area, or what was it again?
For the whole of Spain. Yeah, the number 2 show for the whole of Spain, including all the islands. There's some massive shows in Spain. There's one in Mallorca called Pirates, which is a huge show. We're rated above that.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really, really pleased with how far we've come, really, to just a few honest guys working hard.
That's legit, man. And I love the fact that you've found a way to incorporate your two loves, creating magic and performing magic, and now you have a place to do both. You create as you perform, or vice versa.
Yeah, well, I was a student of Eugene Burger's, and
so good.
He used to tell me that he never used to like approaching tables. Mm. He said it feels rude for him to go to a table, so instead he would have a table in the restaurant and they would come to him, and that really struck a chord. Let them come to me, so I took it maybe a stage further and built my own theatre.
And then I think you mentioned to me before. Let me just pop back up here with you. That you do that 8 months out of the year, and the other part of the year you are also out because it's a touristy type of thing. So there's always going to be an off season, but you're out performing. Sometimes you do cruise ships. Sometimes you're out lecturing at conventions. I know a lot of people have seen you doing that at conventions and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the conventions. I do lecture tours. We've got a baby on the way now, but certainly before she came along, we'd pick a different country each year. And we'd go off and do a lecture tour there. So we do like America or Australia or
Brazil.
Thailand. Brazil's on the list. I'll put Brazil on the list.
Yeah, people are telling me to wake up.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my winter time is lectures and conventions and things like that, and invent. That's when I get to put my ideas together to invent new tricks, and then in the summer I can work those prototypes in, get them show ready, and then by Blackpool usually I have one or two that are ready to release, and then the whole process starts again.
Now, we're certainly not done talking about the things that we're talking about, but we did talk a little bit earlier before this. You don't have to give any specifics or show anything, please, but you are working on some other new things that we will be seeing sometime in the near future. I don't have any dates specifically to that stuff, but you showed me some stuff earlier, and it's right up, if you guys like this stuff you're seeing here, you're going to love it. I mean, it's visual, it's fun, it's classic Matthew Wright magic. I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm working on a variation of that scratch card thing. That shouldn't be too long as well.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's
So
that's definitely the one everyone wants to know right now.
Something with a chop cut routine.
That was cool.
Got a cool little Sharpie gimmick. Got a posh version of the RSVP box coming out. So yeah, things are working. A little bit heading towards next year.
Love it. Here's a good question. It's not product specific, but let's get it in. My buddy James Paul says, "Hi guys, are you going to have an Asian tour?" So Matthew, specific to you, it's not about me. Have you or will you do an Asian tour with your magic?
Yeah, I've done one.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, where's he based?
I'm sorry?
Where is he? In Asia, do you know?
I do not know, but I hope he will answer that now because he is watching us live. So hopefully he will give us the answer of where he is. So where are you, James Paul? I don't remember where he is. He might be...
Yeah, well, we did one a few years ago. I started in Hong Kong.
Okay.
And then made our way down through Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia,
Wow.
and then went down to Australia and New Zealand on the same thing. We did about 3 months.
Oh, man, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I did one convention in China. I really want to do China. I want to do like a lecture tour in China. I'm trying to get Borgie to sort something out, but that's not come through yet. I did the Beijing Magic Festival, and that was crazy. It was like, I didn't take much because I didn't think that they would have much money to spend over there. I don't know what the economic situation is. But I had a few things, and I put the price really low. And I said, if you want it, come and get it now. And it was like a cartoon. And the table went over as like a big dust ball. And then when the dust settled, everything had gone off the table. And there was just like the Chinese rep was there with a big handful of money to give me. It was crazy.
What a good problem to have.
Yeah, but China was lovely. It was like being a mini Beatle, really. You got off the plane, you got to the convention. There were only like 40 people around you instead of 4,000, but they were all screaming like Beatles fans. It was lovely.
That's fun, man. That's cool. That's really cool. Someone had a question. I'm going to try to go back to it here. It was a good one because as you're talking about performing, this is...
I can see James is from the Philippines.
Philippines, okay.
Yeah, no, I've never been to the Philippines. I've got a good friend there, Jeffrey Tam, who was from the Philippines. He's opened up like a magic vaping bar over there, so I'd love to go and see that one day.
A magic vaping bar. That is different. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well, we met in Illusions in Bristol, which is a magic bar.
Heard of this, yeah.
Sells beer. It's a great place. I worked there for a long time, and the owner, Mark Bennett's one of my best friends. Anyway, Jeffrey used to work there, and I think he took the idea and turned it into a non-alcoholic version over in the Philippines. So now he's just vaping, and like it's a cool place. Apparently, I'd love to go.
Here is the question for you that I found. Nigel Quinn wants to know, hi Matt, in your performance, is it all you or do you play more of a persona? Now we know that you have a little bit of a character,
Yeah.
Is that all you when you perform? Do you do just the character, or are you just mixing it in, kind of like you're doing with this interview?
I'm in character right now. You'll tell them, just before we came on air, I was a right miserable sod. Don't speak to anybody.
Might agree to that.
No, it's weird. It's weird. I'm a big advocate of performing in character, and I used to do it as myself, and I kind of stepped out of that. And the more you do theatre work and parlour shows as well, you get more and more into character. And now I find it really difficult to perform magic just in every day. You know, I went back to England last month to see my family, and my sister's boyfriend came in, and my sister asked me to show him a trick, and it was really weird just doing it as myself. I felt really awkward, and I couldn't really. So that was weird too. So yeah, it's always in character. It's very rare that I do magic as me. Very rarely I take the mask off and perform as me.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I love it. I love it. I mean, if it's what you're going to do, you might as well own it, right? As people would say. Yeah. Here's a question that's not really related to your tricks that we're talking about, but maybe it's a trick that inspired one of these new tricks we're talking about. Max would like to know, and we'll leave this on you because this is not about me. Max wants to know, hi, gentlemen, what was the trick that got you both into magic? So, Matthew, today's all about you. So what was the trick that made you want to become a magician or explore the world of magic? I'm curious of that, too.
It was my dad. And I've got a routine in my Fizzamat where I talk about my dad doing a coin trick, and I wish I had it now because I would have just jumped straight into that. But it's based on a true story. It was my dad. And it fooled me as a kid, and it still does it now, and I can't do it. Do you know the trick where you've got the coin in your hand, and he says, I'm going to snatch it before you can close your hand, and it switches for another coin? Mm-hmm. That was the trick. Yeah. And it blew my mind for years, and I still don't know how it's done. I know that it's out there and you can learn it, but I don't want to learn it.
Okay.
It's one trick that I want to not have any knowledge of at all, just so that I can keep that memory of my dad fooling me with it.
And that's something I miss more and more of these days. That's why when someone fools me, I just want to savor the feeling, man. Just enjoy it like it's a good meal. It's
a killer, isn't it?
It's a good feeling.
What's that? It's so difficult to watch a magic show now. The most I'm hoping for in a magic show now is that I don't feel uncomfortable watching the guy, you know, because the fooling stuff's pretty much gone out the window.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? The longer you're in this stuff, the less that seems to happen. Yeah. I will be honest, though, and this is not meant to be as a segue, even though it will make for a good segue, I'm not going to lie. I remember the first time that I saw your Trinity wallet, and I'm going to pop up on a screen in just a second. When the bill came out of that wallet and I saw it for the first time, I'm like, man, that is just such a clever idea. That is so smart. It is so good. And that was a moment, truthfully, that I still remember the first time I saw it. I'm like, man, this guy, he's doing stuff that I've never seen before. Oh, let me kick back to you. There you are. Oh, that is so good. Dude, that is so good. Love it.
And it's, I wish I could claim all the credit for it. The idea certainly came from Jeff McBride, who's my teacher, so I've got to give Jeff a shout out for it. It all came from a 3-flag routine.
That's right.
And Jeff, do you know when every 3-flag guy says, "Oh, wouldn't it be? Would you like to see it go in slow motion?" And they go, it's an old gag, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff said, "Let's do that. Let's make it go." And that little 10-minute conversation, that's where it all came from. That's where Horizon came from, where the Trinity wallet came from.
Love it.
And also, I think Tamariz came up with something similar, you know, many in the 70s. There's a little old Spanish book that I think Tamariz came up with something. But I've certainly done a lot of work on it since that first conversation with Jeff.
Now, that's just one thing, though, that you can do with the wallet. So let's expand briefly on the Trinity wallet of what the Trinity is, because it is not just one thing. You do multiple things. And as you do that, I'll pop up the trailer so people can kind of see what's going on as well. But I'd love for you to kind of get a little more detail on what you could do with the Trinity wallet as well.
Okay. Well, as you know, with any of the things that I put out, I've got so many routines that try and tell you exactly what's on. All of them would take forever. But there are 3 main effects you can do with it. One is a peak wallet. So you get someone to write down a piece of information, a number, whatever it's going to be. That goes into the wallet. It's loaded in this section, and as I close up the wallet, that's when I get the peak. I'm looking directly at it now.
That is so good.
So that's one of the effects. The second, again, is the no palm card to wallet.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a palm if you want it to be, but from here, it just touches against the wallet and loads straight in. So it's now inside the wallet, inside the envelope, paperclip to the business
It
card.
happens so quick, man. It's so quick. God.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to see really. There's no move to it. Touch it against it and it's done. And then the third thing of the Trinity, of course, is the float. And it's always in your wallet. It's always ready to go. It just floats straight out. And you hand it out to pay or whatever you're going to do.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's another added little thing that I discovered when I was working with it, which is one of my favourite things. I love getting a prop in my hands and playing with it and seeing what else is possible.
Mm-hmm.
It also turns into like a nail writing window.
Really?
It uses a nail writer. So
Okay.
you've got a nail writer where in this section of the wallet here, you can use it as a nail writer, and then when you're done, it loads directly into the envelope, straight into the paperclip business card.
Wow. See, that's what I love, man. Here you are, someone has created something. You use it, and then you realize, oh, wait, I can do this too. Like, that only comes from you actually using the product.
For sure.
Right?
For sure, exactly. Just working it and seeing what's possible with it. There's one routine I came up with. It's killer, and I've never seen anyone doing anything like it, really. And I can't really do it for you now, but I can give you the idea. I get you to check that this note's real. Hold it up to the light. That goes into the wallet. And now get you to write down a number. And then take the money back out of the wallet and shine a UV pen on the note, and the number that you're thinking of is written in UV pen on the note.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a really, really strong routine.
Love it. That is cool. So that's the summary of the Trinity wallet. You know, those are available everywhere now, you know, all over the world. So if you guys are interested in that, this is not a hard pitch.
One question that everybody asks about that, which is the most important question, is that it's a wallet.
That's true. Is it a everyday wallet?
You know,
Yeah.
it's a big thing that a lot of people come back with. It's a genuine wallet. It's not much bigger than a playing card. It fits right into your pocket. It's got bits for credit cards. You can keep money in there, business cards, everything. It works as a real wallet. Just 1 second.
I will pop back on real quick while he does that.
This is mine.
Oh, there he is.
This is the wallet that I use every day.
Stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's a real day wallet. It's an everyday wallet that you use all the time.
Love it. See, there you go, guys. You know, again, this is not someone that's just coming up with a trick and saying, hey, I want you to buy this. This is a trick he uses. He uses the hell out of it. You can see the wallet, obviously, very well used. So here is a question coming in from my buddy Daniel Ricks over on the old Facebook. It says, is the envelope gimmicked or normal? And could you do bill to wallet still paper clipped instead of a card? So kind of two different questions there, but is the envelope gimmicked or normal? I guess is the first question for that.
Yeah, the envelope would be gimmicked, yeah.
Yep. And could you do bill to wallet still paper clipped? So basically, instead of having the card paper clipped in there, the signed card or the selected card, could you do it with a bill, like a signed bill?
You could have a signed bill in there. You could have a business card with a prediction on there. It doesn't have to be paper clipped to the business card. Okay. One thing that I do is have it paper clipped to money.
Aha. Okay.
So you can have money in the envelope and say, I bet that your card is the card in my envelope. That's bet you $5 or whatever it is. So you can have the signed card paper clipped to the bill. You don't have to have anything paper clipped in there if you don't want, but it just adds more and more layers of impossibility.
No, I like that. It's like a little touch that you're not saying, look how impossible this is. It's just a little convincer that shows that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a great way to hand out your business card with it.
True.
You know,
That's a very good point.
You can have this signed card as a souvenir. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
A little bit. Why do I want this thing?
Yeah, I want a card with my name on it. So if you are going to give them a card that's been signed, So say they've written Sharon across here.
Okay.
So they've written their name on here.
Mm-hmm.
Before I give it to them, I just write 2 at the bottom, above Sharon, and then put my signature underneath.
Ah, that's smart. Very smart.
You know, so now it's a little personalised sign card to them. And then if it's paperclipped to the business card, even better.
Love it. Look at those little gems that he's throwing in there. That's stuff you only learn by doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A question about the wallet. Mark Bennett wants to know, is everything ready to go when you get the wallet? So when someone purchases the Trinity wallet specifically, is everything ready to go when you get it, or is there some shenanigans you need to do to get it going?
Well, everything's built right into the wallet. You do have to do a little bit of setup, but once it's done, it's all ready to go.
Love it.
Mark Bennett, that's the guy I was talking about.
Yes.
He's
right.
I inspired him to open up a magic bar. I had some ideas for a magic bar back in the 80s, and then spoke to Mark, and he decided to open up a magic bar. So that's good.
So he's the owner of Illusions Magic Bar, or am I thinking of a different one?
Illusions Magic Bar and Smoke and Mirrors, which is a small parlour theatre as well in Bristol.
I've heard great things about the place for sure. I've seen a lot of friends of mine go through there and perform on their travels. So it looks like a great place. That is really, really cool. Toby, because your buddy Toby's on, of course, we'll talk about Cool Cats here for a moment too. Toby wants to know, can you perform the snap change? Wink. He wants to know what he so yeah.
I think we should have about an hour of outtakes of the snap change.
It's hard
the Cool
Cat camera, man.
DVD.
You know, it's hard.
Toby's a bomb at it, and he was trying to teach me how to do it, and I just couldn't pick it up. It's weird, really. There's so many moves I can do, but the snap change I just couldn't get. I was getting so frustrated with it.
That happens. Now, specific to the project, now that Toby's on too, and Mark says, great to hear, thanks. So he appreciates the answer, and thank you, Mark, for the question. Thank all you guys for the questions, actually. You and Toby teamed up to do the Cool Cats project. Could you give us a little detail, a couple little details about the project? What is it specific to? I know, but for those of the people that out there that don't know about what it is, what's the theme of it? Can you kind of summarize what that project is?
The CAT stands for Cop and Tenkai slides.
Mm-hmm.
I use the Tenkai for so many different moves and slides. My Physimact is pretty much made up entirely of slides using the Tenkai. And Toby Davis has some really cool moves with the Cop. Mm-hmm. And we thought we'd put them both together as a little project for us to do. And one of the main reasons that we did it as well was Toby is a great film editor. He's an amazing movie maker. I watched the trailer. There's some really cool moments in that trailer that Toby's come up with. So that was. I don't know if you've seen my show reel as well. Toby edited all my show reel together. That's worth taking a look at. Very funny. Okay.
Well, we'll definitely do that. We'll try to share it on the Murphy socials as well.
Put a link on there or something too. It's a great show reel that Toby's put together. Something very different. But yeah, I mean the Cool Cats is basically the Figaro stuff from Darren Brown. Darren gave us permission to use his Figaro on there. Okay. You can use it for all kinds of switches and changes. So it's not just for cards. There's all kinds of different moves that you can be using. So that was my card bomb. So it's a bad angle, really. I don't know if you see that, but the card explodes into little pieces. There's a multiple production, so multiple Tenkai productions. I'm not sure what the angles are like just here, but
cards on cards on cards.
Cards on cards. So yeah, it's just tons of moves. Cool. That incorporate the Tenkai palm, and then Toby's got his half of the DVD, which is all about different variations on the Cop move.
Okay, very good. Thanks for elaborating there. Appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions for either one of these guys, Toby's hanging out too. Feel free to post those in the comments section now while we're still live for a few more minutes. I don't know if this is a legit question or not. You may know this person. His name is Liam. Liam says, can you perform the open your wallet at the bar routine? I don't know if this is a joke or if it's legit.
Yeah, it's a joke. Liam's not a magician. What Liam is, Liam travels the world trying to watch bands that usually cancel on him, and he's notoriously tight, and he never opens his wallet. So he certainly buy a drink at the bar. I think that's what he's getting at.
Got it. All right. Copy that. All right, cool. So we breezed through, the Project Alpha Male, what people can learn from that, what they can get out of it. I've
got some of the things for the Alpha Male if you want to see a few more little bits.
Hell yeah, man. I didn't know you were ready to do more. Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, I've got some. We use my RSVP box for a second, so I'll put a ring in there.
Okay.
Close that up. And this is really a couple of tributes to, I'll leave it there. We can see that there. Okay. A couple of tributes to Roy Johnson. I don't know if you've heard of Roy Johnson. Very famous magician from the UK. He died a few years ago. Quite an old guy, but he invented some great envelope magic. I don't know if you can see this.
Yep.
Completely stapled the whole way around.
Yep.
It's just genius piece of thinking. It's completely stapled the whole way around, and you open it up, and inside is the.
Oh, that's legit, man.
It's legit. Awesome. Just an incredible piece of kit, and there's just no working back to it. It's completely examinable.
Wow.
It's genius. So that was one of Roy's things, and another one of Roy's things.
And that's on the project, right? That's on Project Alpha Male.
Some Project Alpha Male, yeah. Another thing by Roy Johnson. Let's sign a note. So this is something that a friend of mine called Glenn Bonner used to do quite a lot. He's a cruising magician now, I think he's Glenn. So this is a signed note that you put inside this envelope, very, very clearly. You can see the signature still.
Yep.
We sign the envelope. So there's nothing funny to see here. Put that up, close that up. And then obviously that can be destroyed in any way you like, and you've got the notes.
Oh wow, that was quick.
So, it's so clean, so simple, very, very easy to do. That's another thing that we teach on the Alpha Male.
Love it.
It's jam packed full of stuff.
Yeah, it's a good variety of stuff too, because a lot of people think, it's
exactly.
Wallet stuff. Oh, it just must be card to envelope, or excuse me, envelopes. Card appears in an envelope. Different ways to do that. It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great in and of itself, That's
yeah.
The card to envelope's brilliant. Harry's got a wonderful routine on there called the ambitious envelope.
I've heard about this. Yes.
Which is instead of the ambitious card jumping to the top of the pack every time, it keeps returning to a sealed envelope in his pocket, which is it's a really fun routine, really baffling.
You guys look like you had a lot of fun with that trailer before.
Yeah, we're doing a bit of work together, really. What Harry does, Harry isn't technically great.
Okay.
He's lost a lot of his marbles now, as Harry, bless him. He's getting on a little bit, and he's pottering around the garden, but he can still amaze people with his magic.
That's fun.
So, with my technical abilities and Harry's lack of technical abilities, when we come together, we're coming from polar opposites, really.
Love it. Definitely a good. It's like the odd couple. I think that's the way I was trying to.
Yeah, exactly.
In a good way. Yeah.
It works really well because there's something for everyone. If you want self-working stuff, then you look at Harry's stuff. If you want stuff that might need a little bit more practicing, then you can have a look at my stuff. But together we're giving them something for everyone, really. The Rep was a massive success.
Love it, love it, love it. And people are saying that the people that have got this already, they're saying how much they enjoy it also. I don't know if this is a friend of yours. Jeffrey Tam says, "Hey Matthew, good to see you, mate." So Jeffrey Tam says, "Hey." There you go.
Yeah, that's the guy who had the vaping bar in the Philippines.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that a little while ago. That's right. Yeah, right on.
Yeah, good.
Daniel Rick says, "I'll definitely be checking out Project Alpha Male, and a good idea to do that for sure. Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah, that's a fun one." Matt Buckley, like to pop up friends from time to time. He says, "Hi Matt." So Matt Buckley out there says hi to you as well.
Matt's a good guy. Matt always comes and says hello at the conventions.
Paul Rob Bryden says, "Okay, I'm sold." So good job. He likes it. You did good. That is good. And John says he'll be checking it out as well. So John Czar, our friend John, he's also saying he wants to check this out. So it's always fun to do these type of things, because it really does open people's eyes to what something really is.
Yeah, but it's hard to show in a 2-minute trailer,
really
especially when it's on a project with so much on. It's hard to get it across what's on there.
Yeah. So I want to, we're not totally done yet. I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, but that's one reason I'm really glad that you decided to take the time to come on here, is because you have multiple things that I felt like should be given a little more attention than just, a trailer. So, definitely appreciate that for sure. Let's see. Matt says, I would come see you more, but you live too far. Oops. Ryan, my buddy Ryan Schlutz is on here. Ryan says, and do you know Ryan? He's fantastic, by the way. He's amazing. He says, I caught the end of the stapled envelope. Can you recap it real quick? So I don't want to put you on the spot, but he is someone that I know would probably use this actually if he got to hear about it.
I only brought the one, I'm afraid. So it's basically, if you caught the end of it, that's it really. It's instantly how to load something inside a fully stapled envelope.
And Ryan, this will be up as a replay, as well. So.
Yeah, it's an instant load, and everything's examinable.
It was good, man. Trust me, Ryan. It was legit, man. I think you'll dig it, man. And I had a chance to host Ryan's at the table lecture last week, so it's good to see him pop on here. Ryan, you need to come on here. Tell me when you need to come on. All right. Let's see here. Hope to see you guys this July in FISM if you're attending. So Jeffrey Tam, our buddy, says he hopes that are you going to be going to FISM? I guess that's the question.
No. The first FISM I haven't competed in for a while. We've got the new baby on the way, so I can't get away this time.
Okay. And this is a so he's asking, I think, about another version of the Trinity wallet.
Yeah, we'll just address that. He's talking about the Vader wallet, which was a limited run that I released with another company. That's completely sold out, I think. But that one it was a similar wallet with a fire mechanism built in.
Yeah.
But for me, it was a great wallet, very similar to the Trinity, but it was just a little bit fatter. So this is slimmed down and a little bit more pocket friendly.
Okay. Definitely getting Ryan Schlutz. Okay, so someone says they want to be Ryan. So we covered a lot with the Project Alpha Mail. I know there's probably more that we could even talk about. Was there anything specific about it, though, that you want people to know about? Or if there's any lingering questions that you've been reading online that you want to address now? I think that's important to give you a chance to do that.
Yeah, well, I think as far as Alpha Mail goes, there's something for everyone. I think if the price of any one of the things that's on there, let's say there are 10 effects on there, the price of any one of them is worth the price of the DVD.
I'd agree. I'd agree 100%. I mean, there's things on there, as Matthew was talking earlier, why do subpar tricks when you could all do very strong tricks or just do all strong tricks? And I think a lot of these could be just that. So,
yeah, I mean, if you're going out and you're buying these refill envelopes, then one pack of refills, for the price of one pack of refills, you get in the DVD and you never have to buy another pack again.
Yep. Actually, another nice thought that just popped up from Max. Max says, thanks for making my first time at the Blackpool convention so cool with your box/cards trick. So that's a nice bit of, it seems like you're quite a popular guy at Blackpool. So quite the popular guy.
Yeah, and Blackpool's the only convention that I do with, so it's, I like to see the guy thing,
and then we also talked a little bit about the Trinity wallet. We went over everything about that. Anything specific about that you want people to know about as well? I want to try to check off all these as we start to wrap things up for you here.
Regular, real day working wallet, fits in your pocket, use it every time. The thread's self-enclosed, it's always ready to go. No palm, great peak feature in there, and 2 hours of routines that are all going to blow people away.
Throw it in your pocket and you're ready to crush.
And also, I think we should talk about the price of the Trinity as well, because it's so much cheaper than any other wallet in its class. We were talking about the question about the other one. I think that was retailing at $150. My Foreseen was at $150. I think a lot of the wallets that have these in are all selling at $150, and this is retailing at $99. So I really designed it to come in at a very competitive price.
Great. All right. Nigel sounds like he's going to roll. Wants to say, great Q&A, guys. Cheers, Luke. Congrats on your new arrival, Matt. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget about that. That's the real magic, right? A new baby.
Yeah, sure.
That is cool. And then we also talked about the RSVP box. The box. No, I don't want that to get looked over. That's a very powerful piece of magic as well. Any extra thoughts about that too?
Yeah, I mean, it's doing things that other boxes can't do at all. Let me just show you very quickly the steal from it. So you put the ring in, lock it up. The spectator can do all this. The spectator can check it all out. It comes with this little bag. So you put it inside the bag. Now there's nothing to see. The hands are completely clean. And then just like that, you hand the bag out and you've stolen the ring. There's nothing else like it, really.
That's good. I love it. I want to also make sure, Matt Buckley says, is it easy to reset in dark environments? Matt, if you want to quickly tell me what you're referring to. He might be referring to the wallet, but I don't know for sure.
I think he's referring to the wallet, yeah, because I know Matt works a lot of the nightclubs.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, nightclubs, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's perfect. It's very, very simple.
Cool.
It's been designed. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll float it out. There we go. And I'll show you how easy it is to do in dark environments. I'll shut my eyes.
And he did say we're talking about the wallet. That's what he was talking about, yeah.
Well, I have to open to get it in like one little peek at the end, but apart from that, it's reset and ready to go.
That's great. I love it. So we knocked off that. Of course, there's also the peak involved with the wallet, which is great as well. So don't forget about that option as well. And then we talked about cool cats a little bit along the way too. Definitely for the move monkey type of people that are out there, the people that love to get down and dirty with their sleight of hand. That's a good place to find some good stuff, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's really visual magic. It's modern magic, really. It's not an Elmsley count. It's not a buckle count. It's modern eye popping. It's close-up manipulation, really.
Actually, I like the way you worded that. That's true. It's very true. All right. And we did mention along the way that Matthew will have some more things popping up here in the near future. But we wanted to definitely zero in on the things today that are out there and available, that you can pick up.
Yeah. No, sorry, top off, and then we'll just do. Whoop.
That's great.
Sorry. That's coming soon.
Love it. There he goes, popping in more goodness. Love it. Matt says, might treat myself as it's my birthday today. So Matt Buckley over there, it's his birthday today. That's cool.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Yeah, very nice. All right. So any last thoughts, Matt? I know I told you we might go an hour. We've gone a little over that. I don't want to keep you too much longer. So first, thank you. I know you're on the other side of the pond. It's later in the day for you, obviously. So thanks for hanging out. Any last thoughts on any of this stuff? Or maybe the other thing I like to do, too, is if you want to summarize both, any last thoughts? And also, if you're going to be out performing in any conventions or lectures soon, where can people find you as well? That's a good way to kind of get everything.
Well, I think the next one I have, the next convention I'm at is in Italy.
Okay, not a bad place to go.
Let's see. The 27th of April, I'm doing a convention in Bologna in Italy.
Nice. All right. So that'll be cool. And is it a close-up convention? Is it a bigger convention? What is the convention?
It's a big Italian national convention, I think.
Oh, wow. All right. Cool.
To be honest, I don't really look at them until about 2 days before, because otherwise it's all mushy. But I think it's a very big convention. One thing I will say, as far as me and Harry Robson are concerned, if anyone's looking for lectures for next year, me and Harry are doing an evening with. So it's me and Harry chewing the fat and having some gags and doing some performances around the lecture clubs next year. So that should be fun.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, that's good to know. All right. Sweet. Well, Matt, I want to say thanks again for your time. Taking the time to answer all these questions. You performed some killer stuff as well while we were doing this. So that's actually a nice little bonus for everybody out there. If people do want to keep up with you on their social media, if they want to find you out there in that space, do you have different accounts? Do you have a website? Where can people find
Matthew Wright Magic? Is that what it is? I'm Matthew Wright Magician on Facebook. I am a complete technophobe, but it's Let me see.
Because he is definitely someone you guys want to keep up with when he's not.
Yeah, Matthew Wright Magician is where I am on Facebook.
Okay. That's right.
But if you want to check us out in the Chamber of Secrets as well, that's our show in Torremolinos.
Cool. We will definitely be linking to that too. I want to make sure we, try to promote that too. Daniel Ricks is asking, will you come to the U.S. to lecture? I know you've done some of that. Will you be coming back anytime soon, I guess?
Not soon.
Okay.
I think it'll maybe in 3 or 4 years. When the daughter's old enough to go to Disney, then we might tie that in.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. I heard a rumor, by the way, and then we'll close up, that they might be building a Disney park in the UK.
I've heard that, yeah.
I know you're not in the UK anymore, but I heard that they may be building a park there. So, no.
Yeah, could you imagine that?
Could be cool.
It'd be like Orlando with all the fun sucked out of it.
It's like Disney without clouds over it.
Rainy Disney.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Although, did you see the Banksy one? Banksy did Bismal Land, is it called?
Yeah, I saw the pictures of that. That was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to wrap this up, sir. I kept you a little over time. I do apologize for that, but I do want to say thank you for hanging out and spending some time with us. It's been fun, and hopefully we can do this again one of these days. That'd be good.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well, there you go, my friends. Matthew Wright, he was here, and now he's gone. But if you want to watch more, if you're just catching us late, be sure to catch the replay. It'll be right here on Facebook in the not-too-distant future. It takes a few minutes to process, but it'll be back up if you want to watch everything, and you should. Did a lot of great magic, answered a lot of great questions about the Trinity wallet, about Project Alpha Male, Cool Cats, RSVP box, and a lot of other crazy stuff. And he shared some good bits of advice along the way, too, that you should not miss. All right? So that's it for us this time. I want to say thanks to all of you guys for hanging out and joining in. A lot of great questions out there this week, and I can't wait to be back again live with you next time. So stay tuned. We are live each and every Wednesday, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure if you are on our Facebook page to turn on those notifications so you never miss when we go live. All right? That's it from me. Thank you again, guys, for hanging out, and we will catch you guys next week. All right? See you next time.